Let's wig a client's hair together. A client sent in her hair and asked me to wig it for her. Meanwhile, this hair is not a new hair. She has used it before. I think she did a sewing, but she wants to do it as wig this time around. So let's do this together. First and first, your wig cap. She bought this cap herself. Personally, I don't like to use dome cap because it tends to like slack later on in the future. So I don't like to use dome cap. I prefer mesh cap. Mesh cap is my favorite. But she bought this cap herself, which is dome cap, and I don't have choice, I have to use it. Let's get right into this video. Don't forget, you need to make sure the cap you're using is exactly the size of your client's head, and if it's not, you need to make some adjustment. Subscribe to my channel to see how you can adjust your wig cap to your preferred size of your head or your client's head. This is what our frontal is looking like when she brought it. I know right, this is a whole lot of work for me, but it's what I love doing, so let's get started. If you're following me and you're watching on my channel, by now you should know that before you start laying your frontal or your closure or whatever, before you start that wig, before you lay that lace, you make sure you get the center part first. Divide it into two and get the center. You pinch it, or you use something to make a mark or something, or you just use your chalk or your pen to mark it out. Just make sure you make a center first, then you place it on your cap. You place it on your cap and you make sure that it is ½ inches forward. It is ½ inches after the cap line. It is not placed directly on the cap line or after or before the cap line. It is not at the back, it is forward, it is at the front. That is ½ inches after the cap line, which is what I am doing right here again. I've been explaining this over and over again, and if by this time you still don't get it, that means you are not watching my videos, you're not following me, you did not subscribe to my channel. See, this method makes your wig come out really nice, especially when you are styling or you want to install it. It makes it come out really nice, and it gives that glueless look, glueless effect. If you be thinking and be struggling like, how do people make this glueless wig? You are not laying your lace right, you're not laying your closure, your frontal, you're not laying it right. It has to be forward, it has to be ½ inches forward. It doesn't have to be exactly on the cap line. No, it has to be forward. That is when you can achieve that glueless look. While I was telling you how important it is to bring your frontal or your closure forward, what I did is, after getting the center of the frontal, I place it on the wig cap, bring it forward like I said, then I pin it down in the center, then I move to the side as well, bring it forward at the right side, pin it down, bring it forward at the left side, pin it down. So basically that's that about the front part. So this is the back. If you get the right measurement at the front, if your placement is, if it is correct, if it is accurate, if it is straight at the front, you see this back is going to lay flat. Just the way you are looking at it is going to lay flat. The back of your lace has to lay flat. I don't know how you want to do it, it just has to be flat. Just take a look at this video, it is very flat. And if you get a flat lace, you are going to get a flat wig as well. You don't want your lace, your frontal, your closure, you don't want it looking bending, one side going to New York, the other side going to Canada. We don't want that. You want it seamless, you don't want it looking perfect, you want it straight. So if you get the front right, definitely you won't stress at the back. The back is going to come out flat, straight flat like this. When that is done, so I'll be tacking it down with my needle and thread. Mind you, I'll still be using machine to sew this wig, but you need to tack it down first. Yes, to make sure everything is in place, is intact, to make sure the frontal or the closure is not shifting anywhere. You need to use your needle and thread to tack it down first, even if you're still going to be using your machine to sew it. I hope you understand. So basically that is what I am doing here. I'm going to tack it down first before going in with my machine. When that is done, next thing is you need your tape rule, you need your chalk, because we've gotten to the measurement part of the wigging. You can use the chalk, and if you have a marking pen, you can use your marking pen. Whatsoever you have, you can make use of it. To start with the measuring, so right here what I am doing is, you place your tape rule starting from 0, that tip, that side here, you place it at the back, at the center, at the back of your closure or the frontal, just the way you are seeing it. Make sure it's at the center or the back of the closure of your frontal or your closure. Then you mark your gapping out, you mark the way you want to sew it out. For this wig, this particular wig, I'll be using 1 inch. There's two sewing measurement. There is 1 inch, there is ½ inch. So just, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you do that and just check my videos. You will see tutorial on that and how I explain the work of the different inches and all of that. So just subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification bell. Okay, so right here I'm just going to use 1 inch gap to sew this hem. So as you can see, you mark it out 1 inch, you mark it out 1 inch at the right side, at the left side, just the way I am doing it. You mark it all the way through to the top, from the bottom to the top. You mark it 1 inch. When you are done with that, you take out your tape rule, you remove it, then you close the middle part. You just join it at the middle to form a straight line, just like this. Then after that, you make sure you join it from the 2 end side to come down to the wig cap. Yes, just the way you're going to sew your wig, that's how you're going to do it. This is not a marking out tutorial, this is just like a bonus. So if you want a full-time tutorial on how to do this marking out, just make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn your notification bell for that. But this is just like a bonus for you guys. So just take a look at the way I am doing it. Make sure your hand is straight and make sure it's the same gap you're taking from that end you are bringing down. Make sure it is the same gap. It's not that you bring it from the place you are bringing it from, then it will now come tiny downward. No, make sure it is the same gap. Okay, so just keep doing it like that till you get to the top. You can see I made the line straight to be the frontal. It's not that I am bending it. If you want a flat frontal, if you want a flat wig, you make sure the line is going straight this way. Then when you are done, you can now just take one sewing, just take it round the back of this closure of frontal that you're doing for a seamless result and all of that. Just like that, you are done with the whole marking and everything. So what you're going to do, don't forget you add a pin on that wig. So you're going to remove your pins, both front and back. Please don't forget this, so you won't forget and pull it up and rip the lace of your client's hair. Even though it's yours as well, it's going to pain you. Yes, I know, right? So make sure you remember that you pin it down, you remove the pin, then you remove your cap from your dummy hair, your mannequin hair, your canvas hair, whatever you're using. Then this is what we have. You can now take it down to your machine to sew, or if you're using your needle and thread, it will be as easy as as ABC. You just take your weaving and you just take your needle and thread and just start tacking it to the line you draw out. Just take it straight to the line you draw out, just tack it like that. And if you're using your machine, it's very easy for you to sew. You just take your weaving on the line, then you sew it straight on the line, and there you have it. Basically, that's just what I am doing right here. I just place my hair on the line and just sew it straight like that. So there's something I want to show you here. Look closely. You see, when I got to that part, I did not cut the hair. I just sew it and join the second line, then I just flip it back and continue. I flipped it back and continue. I didn't cut the hair until you get to this stage that it is very short and I cannot flip back and continue. Then I cut it off. That is how I did the whole thing. So you really don't have to cut your clients wave on. You don't have to cut their bundles, because sometimes they might get tired of wig and they want to take it away from wig and do a sew in, and they'll just realize that everything is just in pieces. So you can also do this method. Just take a look at how I'm doing it, then you will really understand. And if you want me to make a full video on to explain how that really works, how I really did that, just let me know in the comment section, then I am going to do that for you. Wanted to show you this finishing part. My phone went off and I couldn't help it, but I just promised to show you guys after doing it, and which is what I am doing. So what happened right here is that when I was done sewing, when I got to the last line, I took extra wave on, I took extra hair, and I sew it straight on the back line of the frontal. Yes, I place it to close up that net, that back net, to close it up, and see how it's looking very neat. This is a very game changer in my wigging skill. It makes the work come out really neat. If you don't understand this, let me know in the comment section. I'm just going to make like a whole full video for you guys to explain and let you know how good and important, how it makes your work come out neat and nice. Okay, I'm done sewing here, and this is what the wig is looking like right here. And I'm just showing you guys how neat the sewing is. Very neat, very neat, guys. My customer really loved it. So what you're going to do is, you don't just leave it like that. You see this part, this cap down the lace, yes, you're going to cut it off. You are going to cut it off. It's not meant to be there. You are meant to be seeing only the lace. Nothing is supposed to be blocking the lace from seeing. So you are going to cut that excess cap. You are going to cut it off just like that. And this is what it should be looking like. This is what your frontal wig should be giving. There's nothing that is meant to be blocking this net. Yes, the net has to be alone, plain like that. So we've come to the end of this video. I hope you learned something new today. And if there are other things you don't understand, you want me to explain to you, want me to show you in details, do let me know in the comment section below, and I am ready to reply all of your comments with a detailed video. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.